Hello all, Havoc here. So we're going to start looking at the mods we're using. I added a couple more. Small ship big mod pack. It's a mod pack that allows us to use large ship stuff on small ships. It's really cool. I like that mod pack. Let's see, I also added the small ship master pack, and I talked about it in the last episode. Transporter pack, added that also. So we'll go over a little bit more of those, at least what it takes to build some of this stuff as we get into the episode. So we're going to go ahead and get started. See you on the other side of the cut. Okay, and we're back. So in our last episode, we were short up on silver, and we needed that for reactor components. And I believe it was reactor components? Oh, I can't remember what we were actually trying to build at that point. But we needed silver, and so I went and I found some. And you could see on our mini-map, 100 and... Was there silver in our own asteroid this entire time? Yeah, so that happened. Alright, so there's literally silver right there. Well, we also found another deposit. There we go. 18,000 out. It's right over there. And that's where I had been going until I just derped and realized that that's right there. That's fantastic. It's probably like right on this side of this rock right here. Show up any second now. Maybe. Or not. Okay. So, between last episode and this episode, I told you I was going to work on the platform a bit and maybe build a new ship, and I've done both of those things. And so, worked on the platform a bit. It has got a little bit better shape to it now, and started working on a new large ship. This is temporary. I'm literally just using this to get around. And the cool part is we can dock this guy right inside. Give you a quick show and tell of that. Make sure your inertial dampeners are on. And so this guy will dock right inside of here. And it gets all nice and snug like that. We hit this, and as soon as we hit this button, you'll notice key number 7 will light up. And we hit number 7, and that will lock us in place. Turn our thrusters off. And climb out. And I took over a test flight. It stays. There's nothing going on back here we have to worry about anyway, so it can do all our mining for us. And then on the nose of the ship over here, we got a connector, so that's how we will unload it when we come back from our mining expeditions. Overall tour is we have cockpit, conveyor, or connector. There's a conveyor underneath the cockpit. We have 2 oxygen generators, 1 on each side, and they're connected in. The nuclear reactors are connected in, 1 on each side. And then we are using the modded cargo containers down the center. And we have 2 batteries, ion thrusters. We have 10 in total. And then gyros here and 3 landing gears. So that's pretty much the armament of this ship right now. I'm still toying around with the fully implemented large ship that I would like to build. That would be like our capital ship to fly around. So this is just a fleshing out all little details, like with this mini thrusters. How well does this handle? And to be honest, it doesn't. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to deal with thrusters, go to modded thrusters, or how large a ship I want to go to. But yeah, it works. I mean, it gets us out there. These things have a ton of storage in them, and this will allow us to go harvest rock, drop it off, and keep mining for a while. We'll have plenty of hydrogen, plenty of oxygen on board. And so yeah, this thing's coming along. It's, like I said, it's a start. We're not going to keep using this guy. I want something big enough that's going to have jump drives and stuff like that, so this is not going to facilitate that. So the appendage that stuck out here and had the 4 or 5 solar panels on it is gone. This ship, as I was building it, that front landing gear was like right there, and a red spawn-in ship flew right in front of our opening here, and it was 400 meters away, and needless to say, everything got peppered with gunfire. There were some bullet holes. I don't see any more. Yeah, I don't see any more bullet holes. But yeah, it cut off that appendage, destroyed all the solar panels. I had to go out and rescue it because the scaffolding was just like floating away. So I had to go out and tear that all apart, and this thing got peppered. Both oxygen generators were down to like 10%. Destroyed the cockpit. Yeah, it riddled this whole thing with holes. And so I had to do a lot of repair work on that. And then the scaffolding was, like I said, floating away. I had to get that. And I just moved the solar panels over here because the sun crosses the bottom over our asteroid for quite a ways. So they're going to stay full power for longer where they are now than where they were. So I used our cool little mining ship to clean up some of the walls, so we have a little bit more space, because these rocks actually came out to about here, so this is quite a bit wider than it was previously. I'm going to get this uranium harvested up here probably in the next couple episodes. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. I want to get working on this guy and get it some new shape. One of the things I'm looking at to, because I like small large ships and big small ships. I don't know why, but I just have this general idea of making them both backwards. Because I don't have a need for a capital size ship. I mean, you guys can imagine if I built a capital ship, how long it would take for me to get from one end of the ship to the other while recording. A true capital class ship anyway. I think a capital class ship for me would be something like the Corvette class, you know, something a little bit smaller. Let's see. So I'm thinking for the footprint of the large ship is going to be involving this guy and this guy are going to be my two biggest obstacles, or the two things I want to work with. So if I did this, this was my outer hull, like so, or basically the bottom deck, like this block right here. So, like so, and then we V'd out from here. Like so. And then one here. That would be the overall width of our craft at the biggest that I would like to make it. So mirror that out, and that would be the bottom of our craft. So we could probably do 3 wide, probably at the bottom instead of 1. I don't know. I think 3 wide would probably look a little bit better. Let's do that real quick. Rah. So there, there, and there. And then like that. So it gives it a little bit more girth, and then the length is obviously going to be subject to change and everything else, because the length is nowhere near as critical, right? So 2, 3, there. So this is about the size of the ship that we'll end up making in the long term. And did I do that wrong? That one goes there. Yeah, I did this wrong. I I must admit, I do miss working in 0G. I did it again. Wrong button. Better. Alright. I do miss working in zero gravity. There's a lot of things that I have taken for granted I have missed being able to take for granted. And one of them is to be able to let objects float versus them crashing down to the planet. Oh, speaking of, I put a gravity generator down. So we have gravity. It's only rocking 0.5, which is enough for us to get hurt like that, but it's not enough for us to chew through our power. So, and also let's come up here and take a look. Let's look at inventory. We got a bunch of cobalt and a bunch of platinum cooking away. We have 2 efficiency and 2 effectiveness mods installed, so we can get more ore and get it done faster. So that's pretty much the changes I've done so far. I'm going to be moving this guy, and I think I'm actually going to remove all of the equipment too. What I'm thinking about doing is actually carving this wall back right here. So by carving this wall back here, we'll be able to put a wall going straight up, and I'd like to dock ships not only here but on the face of the wall also. I think I'm going to move all the equipment to the back, like back in here, the refinery and all that stuff, and then just have ports where ships can dock and offload. After that ship flew by earlier today, that kind of really changed my idea on how I build, or how I want to build going forward. Let's see. So going back to this guy, I really think that this is going to be a decent sized ship. We'll be able to put a decent sized miner inside of it, and go out and do some traveling. I do plan on putting some of those sniper rifles we had in there. We had those giant rail guns on the Kestrel. We're going to be going with the de facto sniper rifle, this guy. So it'll do some work. And so while we're in here, we can take a look at some of this other stuff. This is the nanite mod pack, and we'll get to this. You guys told me in the comments that it's really power hungry, and that's gonna be fine a little bit later on. It's gonna help me build large structures like this, like a Corvette class or larger ship. It's gonna take me way too long to get work done between episodes, so it's definitely gonna be able to help. And let's see, what else did we have? This is the small ship industrial one that I was talking about. It gives us a small ship assembler, a conveyor offset tube, a small ship refinery, small ship medical station, and a small ship medium reactor. So it's a little bit bigger than our small reactor. Actually, let's take a look at this guy. I haven't actually put one on a ship yet. Let's see how big it is. Oh, that's pretty cool. I really like the look of that. Could really incorporate that into some designs. And overall, it's not bad on the components either. 25 reactor components, that's fine. I'm totally down with that. I think we're going to be using this coming up here pretty soon. And it's got 2 ports on the other side. That's pretty cool. I like this thing. Yeah, I like that a lot. I could think 2 of these with a conveyor block in the middle connecting them. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. Let's go back in here. So that's that. Oh, and then it's got a splitter. I haven't used this one either. So let's take this off. This and this. Alright, so let's go to number 8, the conveyor Y tube. Alrighty then. It's pretty expensive, but that's pretty cool though. It's gonna allow you to get some pretty interesting conveyor setups going, like 2 large cargo containers going down to 1 connector on the back of a ship. That's pretty cool. I think that'd be pretty sick setup. And this guy here, I can definitely see using this guy for like some wings or something on a ship. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I really like how that looks. Again, pretty on the expensive side, but for what they do, I think it's worth it. Get you offset that HavocLP block that you need. Normally, you don't get. All right, so what else we get in here? The maglev pads. Those, I love those things. So, and these are the, I believe these are the small ship block or large ship blocks for small ships, I think. Or am I wrong? Yeah, I'm not remembering. There's a specific one that you don't, yeah, like see, like you can't normally get a med station on a small ship. So it looks like that. There's a few of them that you cannot normally get. Like, you can't get these. These are large ship only. But that gives us a model for this. Not that we're going to be doing that with this ship or anything. Oh, an ore detector. No, that one has a small ship version. Derp. Oh, the oxygen farm does not have a small ship version normally. There's a small ship cryo. What? Oh, it's just the large ship version. Trying to figure out how you would do that for a small ship. You have to be like one of those cryo beds for like an aliens or something. So yeah, that kind of gives us a little bit of an idea. We need to get the nanite thing set up, but I think we're going to need a large reactor on the station in order to do that. And then we just tell it, I guess, from my understanding is you put those little beacons down. These guys, let's see, projection, repair, and destruction. So like you put a repair beacon on something and the nanites will fly out there and repair it. So if we had a repair beacon on this, they would come out here and repair this and turn it into a completed project. And the cool part is I could build the entire thing and they go inside the structure and weld it. So any like missing blocks that you normally would have to grind to get to, the nanites will go in there and fix it for you. So that does make it a lot easier. So let me know what you guys think. This is going to be, like I say, I think this is going to be the overall width of the ship. Go up a couple blocks from here, like so. And then probably carve in and give it some kind of shape. If I was to pick the top shape, I'd probably use these, the 2-piece blocks. These guys. Something like that. And then number 8. So that way we can get a flattened shape across the top, and we'd still have our 2-wide cargo hold like in here for us to get around. And of course I miss. Alright, so yeah, we'd still have this much space to get around. Got hops. So it'll give us a decent sized vessel, enough room to park a okay sized craft in the back, and we can change up that craft as well. Have different variants here docked. If we're gonna go do a fighting mission, we can take our Corvette, or we're gonna call it our capital class ship out, and then undock a fighter, and then take a fighter out. So yeah, that's the update so far. Let me know what you guys think about building a Corvette / capital class ship. Like I said, I was just using this guy as a quick runabout instead of this guy. And like thing 1 and thing 2 were saying, the whole Wile E. Coyote thing about building 4 hydrogen rockets on the back and not needing them. Yeah, I know. It's way overkill. But what can I say? It's built and it helps for breaking atmo. Because I still take this thing to the moon, and I took the little drill ship to the moon, and it can barely hold its own against gravity. So it's going to need an upgrade if it's going to be going to the moon. I undocked it, and it started to fall. It couldn't even hold its own weight. So that was without any ore in it. So I quickly struggled to get it to dock back onto this guy. I had been driving around with it attached here. So I struggled to get it back up and onto here. And once it reattached, I left it there and went down and did mining by hand. I went and collected enough platinum to finish off all of these thrusters and a little bit more. I think we still actually have some to be refined. Yeah, we still have almost 12,000 platinum still to be refined. So plenty of thruster components that can be made just with what we got. And I'll have to upgrade to getting some large thrusters, I guess, onto a mining craft of some sort. Hey, maybe we'll put a drill on this or something. Not sure. So we're going to wrap up the episode here. A lot more building in the next episode. I'm just trying to get the base itself done and start getting some supplies gathered. So when we start getting to building crafts like this guy, it'll go a lot smoother, not have to do like we did in the last episode of going and hunting silver. That was actually right there on our own base. So, thanks for watching, everybody. Come up. I was going to ask you guys for names for this guy, but I think it's probably better for wait and see it built. That's a little bit more appropriate time to name a craft when you can actually see it. I think the look will help inspire names. I believe so, anyway. So this is Havoc. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. Have fun and keep gaming.